Hey guys, it's Millie with Crafting in My PJs. Thank you for tuning in to our video today. I really appreciate it. If you are a returning friend, thank you for coming back. And if you are a new person here seeing what we do, welcome, welcome. Our channel is dedicated to quick, easy, inexpensive crafts that anybody can do. And today is almost a part two of the video that you saw maybe a day or so ago. And a couple of days ago, we made these, and you'll see it when you come down to the table too. We made these traveler journals that are like planners, so it's not just a journal anymore. But we took the leftovers from that and we are going to make this adorable, and it's hard to get without the light shining on it. um, glitter gel notebook, and it's just a little notebook to jot some notes down in, and it's adorable. So if you want to see how this happens, um, stick around and I'll show you the process. If you are a subscriber, I want to thank you for being here. And if you are not a subscriber, consider subscribing to our channel. We would really appreciate it. And as always, please, if you enjoy this video, please give us a thumbs up by hitting that like button. We would really appreciate it. All right, so let's get to work. Let's get down to the table. Well, I seem to have some microphone issues. It was going in and out, so I am now doing a voiceover. In our last video, or in my last video, we took these travel journals from Dollar Tree. We took out one of the notebooks, replaced it with a calendar, and made a planner out of it. Well, now we have these notebooks left over, and we don't want them to go to waste. So I also had in my stash of supplies this 4x6 photo album. I got it from Walmart on the clearance rack for 25 cents, but I have seen them everywhere. You can get them at like Dollar Generals, you can get them at Family Dollars, you can get them at Dollar Tree. So all you have to do is just find one of these photo albums. And they usually have a clear cover with some pocket pages, and that's about it. There's not too many pages in it. Doesn't matter how many pages, because we're actually going to take all the pages out. So once I get all of the glue off of this, all of the labels, we're going to open it up, and you can see our notebook fits pretty well inside. It's a little small, but we're going to compensate for that. It will be okay. So we're going to open up to the middle, and we're going to start just pulling the pages out. They're kind of glued in, like heat, like melted in. So just if you have trouble tearing them out, you can use a box cutter or craft knife to cut them out. Just be careful you don't cut your cover, because we do want the cover. And don't throw away those pages. Those pockets make great crafting. They have a clear vinyl on them that we can use for windows and things in paper crafting. So I'm going to hold on to mine because you just never know. All right, so we've pulled out all the pages. Now we're just going to take some scissors and we're going to trim. We're just going to trim the rough edges off. Be careful not to cut your spine, because our notebook somehow has to be attached to this spine. So we don't want to mess it up. We're either going to have to sew it or glue it or staple it or use an elastic band. We're going to have to do something to get it to attach to that. All right, so we're going to take our pieces of paper, decorative paper that's in there. We're going to take that out, and we're actually going to put something inside of these covers. So when I was at Dollar Tree, I picked up some of this glitter. It came 3 bottles to a pack, and it has like a fine glitter, it has a chunky glitter, and it has a shaped glitter. So I have gold, and I have pink. So we're going to use some of this and we're going to put it inside of our front cover and make an adorable cover. I do also have this red, but I can tell you that we choose not to use that. The other thing I have is some hair gel. This also came from Dollar Tree. Came from a while ago, but I'm sure they have some sort of hair gel there. And then we're also going to use some very strong tape. I chose this Tyvek, but if you have duct tape, colored duct tape, that would work just as well. Because we have to be able to seal this in order for our gel to not leak out. So I do have some red line double stick tape. And so I'm going to take that and I'm going to cut it to size. And I'm going to trim down this window just about a ½ inch, only so that I can definitely use my tape to seal it up. So I trimmed down a ½ inch. And then we're going to put the red line tape in there. Oh, I didn't put the red line first. After I trimmed down, I took the hair gel and I squirted some hair gel inside of that pocket. So I ended up doing on this side 3 squirts of hair gel. Now, when I did the back, I put the red line tape in first. I don't know why I didn't do that in the front, on the front cover. I didn't think about it. Now we're going to take some glitter. I took the pink shaped, the pink chunky, and the gold shaped. And I sprinkled in those glitters into that pocket with our hair gel. So we're going to be able to move that hair gel around with your hand, and it'll have the sparkly glitter, and it'll be so cute and so pretty and just very, very textury, fidgety. So if you know somebody that likes to fidget, this is a perfect thing for them. So now I've got to seal this up. So I put the red line, I put some E6000 with it. So here I am putting that red line. We want to make sure we get as close as we can to the edges, like the sides, because all along the middle it sticks down really well. And then we're going to squirt in some E6000 just to make sure we have this completely sealed, because we really don't want that hair gel to leak out. That would be terrible. All right, I'm having trouble getting the tape off. I'm looking for my Cricut tool to do it. There we go. All right. And now we're going to add that E6000. Making sure you get it all the way to the edge. That's really the important part, because that double stick tape's going to take care of the middle. And we're going to seal that sucker down, wipe it down really well. Make sure you get all the residue off. You don't want any glue residue. And now we're going to take the tape. And what I did was I pulled out enough tape that I needed, and then I had to lay it down so I could trim it well, because I really just want the white part. I mean, I don't want Lowe's written all over my book, right? All right, now that I have trimmed down some of the Tyvek tape, we can lay it right on top that seam right there. Trim it to fit. Perfect. Perfect. And there we go. And now we have it sealed up. And you can squish your hair gel and your glitter all around to look really pretty. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to do the back cover off camera and we're going to come back with that. And I end up making the back cover the front cover because I added a little bit more hair gel the second time around. I did take a card and kind of spread things around so that that glitter is all mixed into the gel. And now we're going to go in the back and we're going to do the other side, and we're pretty much going to do the exact same thing we did on the front, except that I add a little bit more gel. I added 4 squirts of gel from the bottle onto the back. And you can see we've got to decide how we're going to decorate or fix the inside. And I'm just trying out different things right here. All right, I am back with now the other side done, again with 4 squirts of hair gel, all taped down, all glued down, and then all taped down again. So now I have both of my covers done, and we need to figure out now how to connect this notebook into these covers. And so we could do a bunch of different things, but what I ended up thinking was the easiest way was to just sew it in. So I took my pointy Cricut tool, you can take anything pointy, and I made the holes a little bit bigger because it's already stitched, it already has stitching, and then I made the corresponding holes into this spine. So you have a hole in the middle, a hole at the top, a hole at the bottom, and it matches. Took some embroidery floss and a really big needle, and I'm going to sew them in using a pamphlet stitch. So we start in the middle and we go through. Now this was a little tough getting that needle through the hole. The holes weren't quite big enough, but we made it work, and I pulled it through. So in the middle from the inside, pull through to the other side of the cover, then come in from the outer part of the cover at the top, and then you're going to pull that needle into the top hole of your notebook. So now your needle is coming back through the middle of your notebook. Then you're going to stretch it all the way down to the last hole, all the way down, go through the notebook, go through the spine of the cover, pull it through, and then you're going to come back up that middle where you started. From the outside, you got to get everything in order. It's all over the place. From the outside, go back in. And when you come back in, you're going to have your tail where you started on one side of that long thread, and then what came back up through on the other side. And just give it a tug. Give it a tug. And then you're going to tie a knot. We're going to tie a double knot. We're going to tie 1, 2, and 1 to grow on. Now you can put a bow here. You can let it hang. You can do anything you want. But your notebook is now sewed in to your cover, but there's still a little bit more work we have to do. We're going to make a pleat right here. We're going to pinch the 2 sides together, kind of fold it in, make a pleat, and we're going to take a stapler and we're going to staple that shut. It's going to hide our spine that we just sewed in. It's going to make the cover a little bit shorter, so our notebook fits perfectly in there. Look how cute that looks. Came out great. Now I did have to straighten it out just a little bit. I was a little off. I was a little crooked. So I did stop and I straightened everything out. Now that our cover is done, things are pretty straight, we need to cover this up. So I chose to take some washi tape because that's what I have. But you could take any decorative tape, any decorative paper, some leftover vinyl, anything that's sticky. Well, I mean, if it's paper, you can add glue and make it sticky. So we're just going to run it along the spine right there. You're going to kind of do half and half, you see? Then flip it over. And we're going to add some glue though, because washi tape I'm using the Scotch Create stick glue. Washi tape can be a little difficult. It can come up. And we're covering up that pleat we just made and making a really cute spine on top of it. All right, there you go. See, it was kind of half and half. My cover with the 4 squirts, that's my front cover. The one I made with just 3 squirts, that's on the back. Less play, so that's why it's on the back. All right, so we trimmed it down. Look how cute it looks. And the pink matches the pink. That was just a plus. Now I'm going to take some more tape, washi tape, and I'm going to cover the inside cover along with the notebook, so it kind of seals that seam up. And now we're going to add the glue so that washi tape sticks really well. Peel out whatever you are using. Could be the same thing that's on your spine, your outer spine, or it could be something totally different. It doesn't really matter. But this just happened to work because it happened to match everything. Now on the back, I can tell you I didn't center things as well as I could have, but it still looks okay because with the decorative washi tape, the decoration shows through even on the sticky side. So I did get this all glued down. Yeah, see, I could have centered a little better, but that's okay. And then trimmed up some edges. And we are getting to be done. All right, so now we're going to do something a little bit cute on the inside. Remember we had that double knot right there? Well, I looked in my stash and I found 2 very small charms. And we're just going to tie them to the ends of this knot. These little tails that are hanging down. Just gives it a cute little flair. One of them is Tree of Life in a heart, and the other one is just a filigree leaf. And thank goodness I was able to finally get this without having to go look for the needle threader. There we go. And then just tie it. If you're worried about it coming loose, you can add just a spot of glue on that knot there in the where the charms are. But I haven't had any trouble with embroidery floss coming undone once I've tied it. All right. And then I fixed up those I don't know what you call it. That right there. Okay, so all I did was, I'm going to have to glue that down. All I did was cut the extra right here and on the back and then just kind of overlap it down. Let's glue that so I don't forget. Oh, and now it's stuck. And I did the same thing down here at the bottom. So it gave it a semi-finished look. All right, so there's our book. There's our book. So a glitter gel front with a nice little journal on the inside that we sewed in. We got fancy here, y'all. This is fancy. This is a step up. And some little charms hanging at the bottom. I'm trying to get it out of the glare so you can see. And yes, the glitter does move around if you play with it. I haven't had any leaking as much as I've been playing. I haven't had any leakings. I would encourage you to make sure you really seal, obviously, that those seals. And I do like 4 better, though I really think 3 on the back is plenty. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, please consider giving us a like, hitting that like button, which is the thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And if you like these kinds of crafts, you know, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. And I guess that's it. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.